Buonasera a tutti.
Good evening, ladies and
E
gentlemen,
benvenuti al Club
and
Gianni Bertagnelli per
welcome
la
to
presentazione
Club Gianni
alla stampa di
for the press presentation of Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo. Together with Cristiano, you will see here on stage our Director of Football, Fabio Paratici, on behalf of the club for his importance on the move of Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid to Juventus. So the press conference will be held mostly in Portuguese for Cristiano Ronaldo, but you have headphones for simultaneous translation into Italian, Spanish, and English, in addition to Portuguese. So please introduce yourself before asking questions, and when you are given the microphone, please just ask one single question, not more than one. Thank you.
Buenas tardes, Cristiano. Me presento Daniel Martínez.
So good evening, Martinez, SPN. We're live in 23 countries in South America. So I'm going to ask a question in Spanish, if you don't mind. So welcome, Cristiano. Welcome to Italy, and thanks for being here to answer our questions. So why did you choose Juventus? So what was your interest in that? Why did you decide it could be your home? So good evening. So it wasn't a very easy question, actually, to answer, given the power of Juventus. In my opinion, it's one of the best clubs in the world. Actually, it was a well-thought-through decisions, actually, and my friends and colleagues told me that it was a club I could play in, and that was already some times ago. So that's why I could make an easy decision because of the power and size of club. It's the best club in Italy. It has a very interesting club, interesting managers, very outstanding managers, and coach. So it wasn't a very difficult decision to take in this sense. Luca Bianchin, Gazzetta dello Sport. Well, what do you still have to do? I suppose that you have other goals to reach. You represent 7 Champions League titles and many other titles. What's your life ahead of you in the next 10, 15 years? How do you see it? Well, I prefer to think of me in the present tense. So the present is very clear. I enjoy football. I'm still rather young, and so I've always liked challenges in my life. So from Sporting to Manchester, Real, and then Juventus. So it was a dream, not a career, and I couldn't really think of it when I started. I couldn't really think of winning so many titles individually and as part of clubs, and that's part of my life. Challenges are part of my life, and I think this new challenge will be as good as the others. Potar Christian. So it was sad the way you left Real Madrid. Even Portuguese think so. And are you going on with Seleção after Juventus? Well, I'm not sad, actually. I'm here because it's a brand new challenge for my career. It's a big club, and usually players of my age go to Qatar or to China, with all due respect. And so coming to such an important and outstanding club at this point of my career makes me very happy. That's why I'm very grateful to Juventus for this opportunity, because I can go on with my career. Talking about the Seleção, of course, I'm going to work with my countries and for my countries. I've never turned back on them. And if I can play with them again, of course I will. That's just one new step in my career. And then the same is for Portuguese Seleção. So I'm here on your right. There are millions of Juventus supporters who are very happy today, but other Real Madrid supporters who are very, very sad. So what's your message to the latter, to the supporters? Well, as I said before, it was a very shining story. The 9 years in Real Madrid were wonderful, but that's a brand new step of my life. So I thank all the supporters with my heart, but I have to focus on this next step of mine. I'm looking forward to play, and I'm very motivated, concentrated, and focused on that. And so I'm going to try to show that I am a top player, as usual. So I'm going to work hard on my training, and I don't think I have to show what I am more than that. So you know my stats, but I'm very ambitious and I like challenges again. So I don't like to stay in my comfort zone. I like to seize new challenges. So after the experiences in Manchester and in Madrid, I'd like to mark the history of Juventus. So I like challenges again, and I hope everything will go very well. So, of course, luck always helps, but you have to look for it. So, good afternoon. So, you said that you like challenges and Italian football, as Allegri always says, that it's very difficult because they have tactics and they play hard sometimes. And so is it one of the reasons why you decided to choose Juventus? As I said before, yes, I do like challenges. I know it's a difficult and tactical championship, and so I like to have new experiences. I know it will be difficult, but throughout my careers, I've always had difficult challenges. I don't like to sit down and look at my successes. I want to go on working. I want to work hard to reach out to new successes, and I believe in my football. I believe in my mates, and I'm sure that everything will be very, very successful because I'm going to train and work hard, and I will do my best. That's why I'm very, very calm and sure of myself. Good evening, Cristiano Crosetti from Repubblica. This morning, Juventus supporters sang Champions League title all for you. So it's a dream for Juventus supporters, and you know why? Because you are one of the reasons why they lost it last year. So is it so important for you to know that supporters count on you for that? Well, I do know that Champions League title is a trophy that every club would like to win, as I said before. And as we said with the president, this is an option. We're going to fight not only for Champions League, but also for Serie A title and all the others. I know that competition will be harsh, but we must be very calm, be concentrated, because Champions League title is not so easily won, and I hope I can give my help. So Juventus just went a step from it, and of course they couldn't win because even if you get to the final, nothing is written down. And so I hope I will be the lucky star of this club, but things should go on very naturally to see what happens. Good afternoon, Filippo Cornacchia from Tutta Sport. Cristiano, I have a question for you. Many supporters are convinced that the standing ovation during the match against Juventus was part of the reasons why you are here. So is it true? And how many times have you thought of that standing ovation? Well, it was really a stunning moment for me, because being welcomed this way, it's so rewarding, and it increases your motivation, the motivation to start a new adventure in a new club. So that's why I am really grateful to all supporters for the way they welcome me, and I hope I can reward them when I play for them. And again, thank you to all supporters who came to airport and here this morning and at Continassa. Thank you. So congratulations for this deal. I have a question for you. So there are so many messages of Juventus players who want to stay with you, but there are more of that, or others who want to come from other clubs? Well, I received so many messages from our players who are so enthusiastic about the transfer of Ronaldo here. Everybody here is so enthusiastic because it's a step forward, because we want to go even a higher level. So the players are the ones who showed the greatest enthusiasm. Good afternoon, Cristiano, and good luck for your new adventure in Juventus. So, when you said it was wonderful to play for Real Madrid at the end of the final, did you decide the move to Juventus? So how do you feel now? You're 33. What's your mental and physical mood? Well, I didn't decide that moment, actually, to move to Juventus, and I couldn't really think about that. But thanks to the president and to the top management for thinking of me. So, you know, there were many important things. I'm very well physically and mentally and emotionally. So that's why I'm so proud of being here. I'm so proud of being here and of the way I came here. So it gives me so much motivation for the future. I'm different from all the other players who think that their career is over at my age, while I really want to show that I'm not like the others. I'm different. So it's very emotional moment for me and for the club. Because I'm not 23, I'm 33. Good evening, Massimiliano Rossi, Corriere della Sera. Welcome. Well, was Juventus the only offer you received in this summer or not? Well, actually, it was the only one. Good evening. Alberto Ghiacci, Corriere dello Sport. Well, have you already decided the date of your first match with Juventus? Well, not really, because I had the chance to know and to meet my new coach. This is not actually the question, but well, I'm going to start my training on the 30th. As a matter of fact, I'd like to play my first match during the new season, Series A, so on the 12th, on the first match. Good afternoon, Cristiano. From Ebola. Well, Ronaldo, you said that age is not important because in 2022 you'll be 37 at the end of your contract with Juventus. And are you going back to Sporting to make all supporters happy and going back where you started? Well, Sporting is always in my heart, has always been, but I cannot bypass your question. And of course, I want to have new successes with Juventus. I'm not here on holiday. I want to mark the history of Juventus. I hope I can surprise everybody one more time, and that's why I'll be prepared. And I'm very, very confident that everything will be all right. From Noticias. Do you think it will be easier or more difficult to win another Ballon d'Or in Juventus? Well, Ballon d'Or is not an option. Actually, I thought of one more, but I wouldn't even think of winning 2 or 3, so I'm not really thinking of that now. Of course, I want to win. I want to be the best. Who knows, maybe I'll be awarded again if everything will go okay. But, I mean, things will happen naturally, as I always say. So it was difficult to win it in Manchester when I was in Real Madrid, and maybe here. I don't know. We'll see. Gianluca Dinero from La Stampa. Welcome. So we understand what you can give to Juventus, but what can Juventus give to you? Well, first and foremost, Juventus gave me a wonderful opportunity, and I'm so grateful of that, because they gave a value to me, to my football style. So it's a step forward as I see it, because I can see that Juventus is a club that can have many successes, and they won domestic cups and Serie A titles, and they were at the final in Champions League. So I'm so proud to be here. I'm so proud that they were interested in me, and I hope I can give the best responses in the field during the matches. That's what I can do, and I hope I can take Juventus to even a higher level. Good evening, Cristiano. Gianni Balsarini, Mediaset. So, How do you feel being Cristiano Ronaldo? You're a symbol for everybody, so you became the best player in the world, and you're an example for the new and the future players. So do you really think like this? So as I said before, it's a continuous challenge. And that's very interesting for me because I want to be an example, not only as a player, but also as a man. I want to work hard. I want to help youth. And I think I'm not changing. I'll be myself. I think it is a very, very shiny moment of my career. So I have a 4-year contract, and I'll be concentrated, and I hope supporters will be very happy of it. And I want to work with the club and the club with me for new trophies. Giorgia Candelinaletti, Rai Sport. Welcome, Cristiano. So it's a great return. Carlo Ancelotti is coming back to Italy, and then your first arrival to Italy. So how do you feel? Have you talked to him? And what's your mood for the future about that? Well, no, we haven't talked yet, but I liked working with him, so we are not working together anymore. But of course, next time we'll meet, we'll be opponents. But he has been part of my life because he was so supportive with me, so I'll be very glad to see him. So welcome to Italy. What are your personal and family expectations in Italy? And what about the rivalry? A rivalry between you and Messi, that's part of football, of course. But so I think you already know your rivals in Italy, Cardi, Jaco, again, explain with you. So you already know your rivals to become the best goal scorers. Do you think you will score one more goals as compared to Higuain, more than 36? Well, I don't see players as rivals. That's not as I live. Of course, we want to win. We're going to try and win all the matches. That's the big challenge of ours. Be the best, work and play as best as possible. That's a very interesting challenge, in my opinion. So everybody speaks about my rivalry with Messi, but of course we're going to play for our match. So, of course, everybody is fighting for their own club, and I'll be doing the same. So at the end of the story, we will see who's the best. Good evening, Cristiano Abdel-Majid from Bisports. So you played against Benatia in Champions League and in the World Championship. What's your opinion about him? Well, actually, we fought hard, and it's a great player, great defender. So, of course, we had some clashes during World Championship, but that's part of the game. I mean, he's a defender, so it will be interesting to play in the same club and have him as a teammate. He's an outstanding player.
Bandini from The Guardian. Over here. You've spoken a lot about what this means in terms of a career challenge, the point you're at in your career and the things you want to achieve here. I was just curious to know how it feels on a personal level. You've just spent a decade of your life in Madrid. This is a big sort of, I don't know, a life change for you. How does that feel?
I feel great. For me, it's another challenge. I love challenge. will be tough. I know that. Very difficult. The league is very, very tough. But I will be ready. Juve is ready. I will be ready. I will be there. As I said before, the age is not important. I feel good. I feel motivated, exciting. So I will try to do my best, like always. And I'm looking forward to start the league well and try to win every title.
Grazie. Adesso
Thank you very much indeed. Now it's photo time.
solo, antes solo.
Ahora montáis.
De otro lado. Y ahora, si quieren venir, facciamo una foto con los managers.
Vamos más aquí en el medio. Espera. Grazie. Grazie.
Grazie a tutti.
Grazie mille.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Grazie. Sì, sì.
Ciao.